if he was serious, that he'd be here.
Back at the undercover house, perverted justice decoys are chatting online with some men who say they might come for a visit.
We also picked up a fast mover somewhere in central Florida, and we also have a guy that says he's somewhere between Daytona and St. Augustine that's talking about coming.
But they don't call and aren't showing up, so we decide to shut down for the night. Unbeknownst to us, however, there is a man heading to our house, all the way from the northern border of Florida, 350 miles away. We'll find out in a couple of hours that he's got more in his car than directions. He's 41-year-old Todd Spikes. Using the screen name Loves to Eat Your Peach, he chatted regularly online for almost a month with a decoy who told him she's 13.
You're only 13? Damn, you're a little hottie.
Hi, and thanks.
Spike's chat is extremely graphic, difficult to quote on television. He sends along pictures of himself masturbating. When the decoy tells Spikes she lives with her mother, Spike says he could become the mother's boyfriend, come to live at their house, and have sex with both of them.
I'm sure we would have time alone.
Ew, but then you would have my mom's germs on you.
I'd wash off before.
Spikes also tells the girl he wants to watch her perform oral sex on another man. The decoy is curious.
Where are you going to find him?
Probably the mall, or maybe on here, but the mall is a sure place.
Just walk up to someone?
Sure.
Wow. What if they get mad or something?
They won't. They jump at the chance to you. You will see.
Spikes also tells the girl what he's done for a living.
I used to be a cop. Was a cop for 15 years.
But he tells her he quit being a cop to work in a family business. Spike seems well aware that what he's talking about is illegal. When the decoy writes,
You better not tell anyone.
he responds,
I won't, sweetie. I can't. I'd go to prison, and that's like a death sentence. Inmates hate cops. They try to kill them in prison.
After all this, we think he's not coming. Little do we know that he's decided to go ahead and make the long drive. When he arrives in the Flagler Beach area, he calls the decoy from a payphone. Perverted Justice alerts Officer Kevin Pineda of the Flagler Beach Police. Other officers back at the darkened undercover house and see Spikes driving by.
He actually circled the house numerous times.
Then as Spike seems to drive away, the police stop his car and place him under arrest. As it turns out, we may have been lucky he never made it inside the house.
After we actually took him out of the vehicle, he advised us that he had a firearm on him.
That firearm happened to be a snub-nosed revolver in his front pocket, loaded and ready to fire. But there's something else.
He also had a badge, which says he's an officer in Alabama.
That's right. Spikes had gone back to being a police officer. He's brought back to the Flagler Beach Police Station. Outside, the officers searching his SUV make another startling discovery: an arsenal of weapons, including this military assault rifle that was leaning on the passenger seat, ready to fire.
He had the bolt back and the magazines. All he had to do was tap them in.
With 2 clips of 30 bullets each. And that's just the beginning. Flagler Beach Police Chief Roger Free.
You have a 38 Smith & Wesson Special there, a Glock 40, and a 45 caliber Sig Sauer. You have a 12-gauge shotgun back there.
That, along with about 800 rounds of ammunition.
Is there any legitimate reason for a cop to be driving around with all that firepower?
No. I can think of no reason at all that you would have that much ammunition or the type of ammunition that he had.
Spikes also had 3 cell phones, 2 bulletproof vests, video and digital cameras, and pornographic DVDs.
Do you think that we dodged a bullet, quite literally?
Absolutely. There was probably an angel sitting on everybody's shoulder that night.
Thought I'd give you a courtesy call to let you know we have arrested one of your officers.
Chief Free calls the police chief of Spike's department in Florala, Alabama. Free learns that Spikes had just gotten his badge.
He said the guy just started working back for him, just finished up his refresher course so he could come back into the law enforcement in Alabama.
Todd, the only thing I ask of you when you're in here is just not to make any sudden moves. You know that drill, right?
Yeah, I know it all too well.
Yeah.
Other than giving his name and address, Spikes doesn't want to speak to Detective Williams.
And are you willing to talk to me? No?
And he doesn't want to speak to Dateline either.
That's okay. We're with Dateline NBC, and I just want to give you a chance if you wanted to say anything about what happened tonight or anything else. Do you want to talk to us?
The next evening, sheriff's deputies in Spike's home county serve a search warrant on his house. They take his computers, find even more weapons, and large plastic tubs filled with videotapes.
What the nature of those videos are, we don't know yet. They're being analyzed by the state crime lab.
Later, investigators examine Spike's computers and find nothing relevant except the chat Spike's had with the decoy. Spike's lawyer told us all those weapons were used by his client in his work as a police officer, and when off duty, Spike stored them in his car. However, the police chief at Spike's department says he wasn't authorized to carry all those weapons on duty, and Spikes could have had a place to store the weapons at the station if he'd asked. The chief fired Spikes 3 days after his arrest. Spikes is charged with 4 felony counts, including 2 counts of using a computer to transmit harmful material to a minor. Those carry penalties of up to 15 years in prison. Spikes later pleaded not guilty.
I didn't do anything! Come on, dude, I didn't do anything! I did not do anything yet! Down!
Let go of the keys.
No, they're my keys.
Let go of the keys!
All right.
21 arrests in our Flagler Beach investigation. Detective Liz Williams thinks using decoys may have prevented real crimes from taking place.
It gave me a great amount of satisfaction to make 21 arrests and not have a child in front of me who is devastated and broken, truly beyond repair.
Police Chief Roger Freed.
What message do you think this investigation sends out, both in your community and across the country?
We are willing to do anything legally possible to keep our children safe in our community. We may be small, but we will use all of our resources to keep them out of our area and protect our children.
And your occupation?
Police officer. I used to be a sheriff deputy. I'm a police officer now.
You work for a city?
Yes.
And where is that?
Florilla, Alabama.
Are you married, single,
Divorced.
divorced?
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
What does that have to do with anything? I'm just curious. The fact that if I was married or not or whatever, what does that have anything to do with anything?
What it has to do with it is that I'm trying to ascertain if you have any children or
No.
if you have
No.
any access to
No.
children.
No, I don't. No. My dad's Rolex watch is in the console. I got it when he died, so how would I get that back?
We're seizing your vehicle.
Right.
We're putting in for a forfeiture.
Okay.
But it does not include the contents of the
Okay.
vehicle.
Okay.
and we take him out in the hallway and sit him down. You're going to have to just be patient, sir. It'll be a little while before we go to the jail.
All right.